way lower carbs, higher protein, higher fiber. I'm the worst. Sorry. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and I'm here with Adam today.
Hello.
He's going to be helping me get some food items and scan some points, even though I'm pretty sure we probably know the points to every single one of these items here. But anyway, today's video is going to be our top 30 food products that are just like our go-to staple items, like our WW foods is what we call them. These are the new foods that we've started to incorporate when we started our new lifestyle, and they have just become staples in our kitchen and every grocery haul. So a lot of them will be repeats that you guys have seen on my grocery hauls because I buy them all the time, but we just wanted to condense, and I know 30 items is a lot, but we had a hard time narrowing it down. We started out with 25 and then, right? Yeah, we started out with 25, it went to 30, but we have just written down our top 30 WW food items. Yeah, so I hope this gives you guys some ideas. Maybe if you're just starting out on WW, these are just some great low smart point alternatives for meals you can make. And this isn't going to include any zero smart point foods. Well, it'll have some, but like this is more substitute items that we kind of switched in. And it's not so much like the main part of our meals. We still really try to base our meals around protein and vegetables and fruit. But yeah, these are just our top low smart point options for WW. I'm following the WW Blue plan. So we'll be giving you guys the points on the WW Blue plan for all of these items. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And let's just go ahead and get started. Oops, I just showed one. Let's just go ahead and get started. So first one I want to start with, and actually, so at the end of 2020, WW did this thing where it showed you your top 3 food items that you've tracked. So that was actually the same for both Adam and I, and I'm gonna go ahead and do those 3 items first. So these are the items that we tracked the most in the app for the year of 2020, but also just, yeah, I eat these 3 things pretty much every single day. So anyway, number 1 is Laughing Cows. So I have the light version and spicy pepper jack, but there's also a few other flavors that we enjoy. These are just our 2 favorites. These are 1 smart point for each wedge, and I use these all the time. I put them on my wraps mainly because when you put it on a wrap and mix it with like hummus and then air fry it, it's just like melty goodness. It's so good. You can use these for pasta, you can use them on sandwiches, you can use them as cream cheese for bagels. Like there are so many different things you can use Laughing Cows for, and they're only 1 smart point each. So highly recommend these. These are so good, and these are like, yeah, probably the thing we've eaten one of the most out of all of the items here. So love Laughing Cow. Okay, then the next thing that was on our top food items for WW for the year, Fiber One bars, and they have a few different flavors. So there's like chocolate chip, chocolate brownie, cinnamon streusel, lemon, mint chocolate chip, birthday cake. I think that's all of them. There might be more. But anyway, my favorite starting out, I love the birthday cake and the cinnamon. I kind of burned myself out of those. The chocolate brownie, we've been able to find the big boxes at like Sam's Club, so we usually have that one the most. But this one has just become my favorite. This is the chocolate chip, and this one just like, I swear it tastes like a Chips Ahoy. Maybe it's just me, but it reminds me of like the chewy soft Chips Ahoys, and it's 2 smart points for this. So I love to have these for breakfast with my protein coffee in the morning, and it's just like a quick snack. When I was still going to work, I'd bring one of these every single day for breakfast with my coffee, and I just love them. I even have them as dessert a lot. I run an at-home bakery, so I'm around treats all day, and this is something that like when I'm tempted making maybe chocolate chip cookies or something, or making like some sort of dessert that I want to eat, I can have one of these, and it actually does satisfy my sweet tooth because there's chocolate and cookie, and it's just good. So highly recommend these for 2 smart points. It's a great option. The third item I want to talk about, Extreme Wellness Wraps. Okay, so Extreme Wellness Wraps have been like this was the 3rd item that was like our top tracked item for the year, and these are awesome. I love them. These are the large ones. These are 2 smart points each, but we also have the regular size that are 1 smart point each, and they're just such a good alternative. These are so good air fried. So if you guys have been following me, you know one of my favorite meals is to have a wrap with hummus and Laughing Cow chicken and veggies, and then I throw it in the air fryer, and a lot of times I like to just pour queso on it afterwards, and it is so good, and it really is a low point meal for how filling it is. So these have been huge for quesadillas, for wraps, even just like enchiladas, like different dinners and stuff. 2 smart points for the large one and 1 for the small one, and I highly recommend these if you can find them. And they have a few other flavors, but we have mainly stuck with this. the high fiber carb lean ones. And I didn't include them on this, but I want to say that 2 other wraps, the La Banderita low carb and the Tomorrow wraps, are such a good option as well. They didn't make the list because I just wanted to put 1 tortilla, but highly recommend those if you can find those brands as well. I talk about them a lot in my grocery hauls, and very similar low carb, low smart point option that really does satisfy the craving for like a tortilla. Next, it's not always easy to find this, but this is ground turkey breast. This is the 99% lean. So I like to get this because it's 0 smart points and it's so easy to still make it really flavorful. So a lot of times I'll use it as taco meat, and I just cook it in a skillet with a taco packet and then put the water like the directions say, and it still is juicy. Like a lot of times people have issues with turkey that is 99% lean being dried out. What I do when I make turkey burgers, I add a little bit of panko, I add an egg, and then season them. And I promise it's just as good and it's 0 smart points. So I like to actually buy this and make bulk turkey burgers so that I can have them throughout the week in the fridge for my meals. I'll have a burger for lunch, or I'll have it in a bowl cut up as like a burger bowl. It's a great option for 0 smart points. I'm not a huge fan of pepperoni, but turkey pepperoni I actually prefer over regular pepperoni because it's not as greasy. It doesn't make you feel as like blah, but it still has the flavor, and I like to throw it in the air fryer and get it nice and crispy. It's really good that way, or it's just perfect to make like 2-ingredient dough pizzas or pizzadillas. Like so many things I use turkey pepperoni for. There's a lot of times I just want to snack and I go in the fridge and I snack on some turkey pepperonis, maybe with a cheese stick. You can have 15 for 1 smart point, and then I think the serving is like 17 for 2, and then it's a few more up into 2 smart points, but highly recommend turkey pepperoni. Okay, Tyson chicken, which every time I talk about Tyson chicken now I get a comment because they did have a recent recall. The specific chicken that I eat is not recalled, so that is why I'm continuing to eat it. I'm not eating any of the recalled ones, but these are the grilled nuggets, and these are probably the ones I eat the most. In the beginning of our journey, we ate the blackened chicken the most. We were always on a hunt to find it. It really is difficult to find, but I usually can find it at like Target or Meijer. But if you can't find the blackened chicken, I do highly recommend this grilled chicken. It's so good in like bowls or wraps. The blackened chicken is pretty spicy and it's 0 smart points, and this is also 0 smart points. This one is just like more of a plain chicken that, like I said, works well with so many different meals. So I'm constantly using that. I just toss it in the air fryer for like 5 minutes, and then I throw it on my wrap, make my wrap, and then throw it back in the air fryer to heat it up a little bit more. But it's pretty good if you air fry this. Just don't do it too long because it can get dried out. So there's also a black pepper chicken that Tyson makes that's 0 smart points that is just as good. It's like the blackened chicken. So Tyson chicken has been a staple. Like, it is so nice to have frozen chicken, and I have been grilling fresh chicken more recently, and that's nice to have, but I don't always have it available, so it's nice to just have this. Next, okay, and I feel like I don't really talk about these enough. This was more in the beginning of my journey before I was really documenting as much of it. I ate one of these every single day for lunch when I went into work, and this is the Jimmy Dean turkey sausage egg white cup. So this is only 3 smart points on blue, and I really liked it because you make it in the microwave, and then I would just add stuff to it. So sometimes I'd add like salsas or hot sauce or other vegetables, peppers and onions and stuff. It's for 3 smart points. You can make it filling, like I said, adding the stuff. It's got the turkey sausage and eggs, and it comes with cheese. But I just love this, and I would have this with a Skinny Pop and like an apple or something like that, and it really did fill me. So I highly recommend these. They're only 3 points, and the egg white ones specifically. So yeah, these are really good. When you don't have a lot of time for like even a quick breakfast, you throw them in the microwave, and yeah, it's a nice quick and easy option. Next up, I want to talk about huge staple in both of our journeys have been protein shakes, and we've tried tons of different flavors. I'm showing you my 2 favorites right now. So this is the Quest salted caramel for 2 smart points. This is the Premier chocolate peanut butter for 2 smart points, and both of these are just so good with coffee. So the way I make my protein coffee, I put a scoop of collagen, and I like to use the Bloom chocolate collagen espresso that I get from my Nespresso machine, and then I pour one of these protein shakes in it, mix it up, and throw in some ice, and it, to me, it truly tastes like a sweet Starbucks drink. This one is a lot sweeter than this one, but both of them are really good. So yeah, Adam and I both drink these pretty much every morning. In the beginning, I like religiously drank one every morning. It kind of slowed down a little bit as I stopped going to work as much because my schedule just got a little bit different with what time I was drinking coffee and stuff. So I wasn't always having a protein coffee, but you still pretty much have them a lot. Adam's, do you want me to say anything?
You can.
Adam's been having some like dairy issues, so actually the Fairlife is not as hard on his stomach, and he really enjoys that brand lately for his protein shakes because they're dairy free, right?
Lactose.
Or because they're lactose free. He enjoys the Fairlife brand. I enjoy these. He also likes these, but he has to take a lactate if he's gonna have them. Then the next thing, these, oh my gosh, I am obsessed with these. Like, I'm not a big salad dressing fan. I'm not a big salad eater at all. I don't eat salads. If you guys follow me, you know I say that a lot, but I do not really like salad, and so I don't even really really use these for salad to begin with, but these are the Bolt House dressings, and they have so many good dressings. These are my two most used, barbecue ranch and ranch, and both of these are a smart point for a tablespoon. They're yogurt dressings that you find them in the refrigerated section, and I use them for so many different things other than salad. Like I said, like I dip all my chicken in different ones. The honey mustard or honey Dijon, whatever it is so good to dip chicken in. They have a balsamic that's really good. I use it to cook onions in before. They have a Caesar that's perfect for Caesar wraps, a blue cheese that's perfect when we have buffalo chicken, because Adam's a huge buffalo chicken fan. Just so many different options, and they're all 1 to 2 smart points for a serving, which is so low point for a dressing. Ranch is something that I used to just douse on everything I ate, and so this has really helped me on my journey become a good substitute for ranch, because I think it tastes just as good. They have so many options, so I highly recommend you check them out. They also have like an avocado one you like. Avocado goddess, Adam says. I don't know. There's an avocado one that I know he likes, and so many different options, and you can use them for so many different things. I use them all the time, even for like my pizza flatbreads and stuff like that. So highly recommend you try Bolt House. Okay, next, Skinny Pop, and we like to buy these individual bags like this from Sam's Club. I love popcorn and I love salty things, so this has been such a good low point snack. Like I said, this bag is 3 points, and it really is filling. It kind of takes you a little bit to eat it because there's a good amount of popcorn in here. But one thing I really like to do with these is take those like cheese, powdered cheese, popcorn flavors. You can open up the bag, shake it in, shake up the bag, and then it's flavored differently. They do have like kettle and white cheddar in the bags as well, but I honestly just prefer the original. So this was, like I said, one thing that I brought like every day in the beginning of my journey. I haven't eaten it as much lately, but I had this every single day for lunch with an egg cup, which is kind of a weird combo, but it just worked for me and I enjoyed it every day. So 3 points for these. Love Skinny Pop. And they have like the big bags and stuff, but we prefer to get the individual bags. Okay, the next thing is also something salty. Popcorners, and we found these pretty early in our journey. We love these. Like, I would have these for lunch all the time. I still do as well. We used to be able to find the individual bags at Sam's Club, but we haven't seen them recently, so I've gotten them off Amazon. I just need to order more. But this is Adam's favorite, probably the kettle. I like spicy queso, sweet chili, and white cheddar. There's so many good ones, but those are my 3 favorites, and they really are just a good salty like side to like a sandwich or a wrap or something, and it's usually 4 smart points for the serving or the individual bag, which is like 17 chips. So they're like decent sized chips, and it's a good serving, and it tastes very similar to popcorn. They're salty and delicious, and like I said, this was just something that like when we were craving even like potato chips or something, this was a good substitute, and still is, and we eat them all the time. I love these. Oh my gosh. So I've always been a big fan of like Teddy Grahams and graham crackers and that kind of stuff. And so when we found these, it was huge. And we found Kodiak through like their pancake mixes and stuff. And then when we saw that they made these, I had to get them. And so they have 3 flavors. They have honey, cinnamon, and chocolate. The cinnamon's my least favorite. I don't usually buy that one that much. It's good, but I just don't prefer it because I like the honey and the chocolate so much more. They sell the individual bags that are usually 4 smart points for a portion, or the portion of 15 pieces out of this box is 4 smart points. It's a good sweet snack. Honestly, I like to have it after a meal, so like if I'm craving something sweet afterwards or something, or honestly as just a snack during the day, I like to have this with like an apple and a Chomps or something. So these are like a version of Teddy Grahams, but they're a little bit higher in protein, and yeah, they're just a better option. So I enjoy Kodiak Bear Bites a ton. Okay, the next thing that has been a staple for me throughout my journey are these light and fit Greek yogurts, and I have the vanilla here today, but I also really enjoy the toasted coconut, and I'm not big on like flavored yogurts, so honestly the more plain ones are better for me, like the vanilla and the coconut. They're 2 smart points for the container, and I really like to use them as just like a post-workout snack where I put like berries and granola on them, or I make the best apple dip that's so simple. It's just peanut butter, honey, and cinnamon, and you mix it up and dip an apple in it. So good. I have a recipe. I can put the link below. Yes, these have been such a staple for me, and like I said, they're only 2 smart points. They're Greek yogurt, and yeah, it's a really good way to get a good amount of protein in, because 1 container of these has 12 grams of protein, so that's why I like to eat it after I work out. And I've really noticed on my journey that when I am consistently eating yogurt, it really does help my digestion. I really have noticed like a correlation with that, so yogurt's always good to have. Okay, this has been a huge staple for snacks for us. We like fight over these all the time. It's gotten better now, we're stocked up. But before, when it was harder to find them or we weren't ordering them all the time, Chomps. And we both eat like 1 a day now. It's gotten to that because they're so good. They have so many different flavors. I prefer the turkey ones because they're lower in points. The regular beef ones are usually like 3 smart points, whereas these are 1 for the whole thing. So like jalapeno turkeys, 1 smart point. turkey pepperoni is 1, and then they also have a plain turkey that's 1. So these are 10 grams of protein, so that's another reason I like them. They really do actually fill me up. They're good to have as a snack with like an apple. I feel like I say that's my snack all the time, and pretty much that's like my go-to snack is like Chomps, apple, and something else. But I really enjoy these, even with like a cheese stick, the jalapeno ones. So good. So these are huge, and we usually find them at Trader Joe's or Meijer, but I also have just been ordering them online because they have more variety on there. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about that is something that I didn't think I would eat when I started my weight loss journey: hummus. I was not a big fan of hummus to begin with. I don't really like the taste of like chickpeas, but Adam always has been. So he's always tried a bunch of different flavors of hummus, and because of that it got me to try some. So he got this one. This was the black bean from Lantana, and when he got this I tried it, and it was so good. And it doesn't taste like chickpeas. It's just like a super flavorful spread, and I love to put it on my wraps, and I've also started putting it in my rice bowls with like chicken and veggies. But they also have a spicy sriracha carrot that doesn't taste like chickpeas as well. So good. And these are just like the most flavorful hummuses I've tried. And so this one is 2 tablespoons for 1 Smart Point, which is not bad at all, and I use it all the time. This is my favorite hummus to put with a Laughing Cow on a wrap and throw in the air fryer. So flavorful. So this became a huge staple in my diet because it was just something that was low point and flavorful I could add without adding a bunch of points. Okay, I talk about this all the time. This is my, oh, it's messy, sorry I spilled. Trader Joe's queso dip, and this stuff gets a bad rep. Like, a lot of people don't enjoy it because they think it has a weird taste, and I say this every time, but I'm gonna say it again. It almost tastes like cilantro, and I think it's the apple cider vinegar I've said before that has like a different taste, but it's not enough that it's like not good. And it just reminds me of just like a regular jar cheese, but you can have 5 tablespoons for a Smart Point. And so I love to put it on rice and just mix it in. It makes it creamy, and it makes the best Mexican bowl. Or I just pour it on top of my wraps, and it is just so good. So I don't sit and just like eat chips and queso like a normal queso. Maybe I would get a better queso for that. I mean, actually I do sometimes, but I prefer this to like add to meals, and it's just a really good low point option. So I highly recommend you try it out, see what you think, see if you think it has a weird taste, but I think it's so good. I go through a jar of this a week, maybe more. So we're constantly going to Trader Joe's and just stocking up on this stuff. Okay, I am obsessed with these. I feel like I'm saying that about everything. This video I'm getting way too excited about. So anyway, these are Bear Bells, and love these. These I have every day after I go to the gym. They're 20 grams of protein, 2 grams of sugar, and I don't know, the cookies and cream is good, salty peanut, caramel cashew is my favorite. And then I also like the white chocolate almond, and they have a few other flavors we've tried, but most of the different flavors you have to order online. These are the 3 usually that you can find at Trader Joe's. That's the only store I've been able to buy them, but these I don't even always have just for post-workout. Like if I want a candy bar, this is what I go to grab instead of a candy bar. So it's really helped me when I'm craving something like that. Like the salty peanut tastes like a Snickers. I swear it tastes just like a Snickers. So obviously it has a little bit of a protein taste, but like not even noticeable. Like I think I'm eating a Snickers when I eat this, and it is a good enough of a replacement, and I can count it as a dessert for me. And instead of tracking a 15-point Snickers, it's a 5-point protein bar that actually has more protein. So love Bear Bells. So then we have Banza, which this stuff is awesome. Like we've tried different like whole wheat pastas and stuff like that and didn't like them. And honestly, for the Smart Points, it's not even worth it. You might as well have regular pasta. But this stuff to us tastes so similar to normal pasta, especially when you put like a sauce or a cheese or something on it. Like same texture and everything as regular pasta. We really enjoy it. And like I said, I don't really like the taste of chickpeas, but one thing that I love about this, and it's pretty similar in points to regular pasta, so it's like 5 Smart Points to 6 Smart Points for a serving, which is what normal pasta is. But this has 23 grams of protein, whereas normal pasta has 13, 8 grams of fiber, whereas regular pasta has 3, and 48 net carbs instead of 71 net carbs for regular pasta. So it's way lower carbs, higher protein, and higher fiber. So it really is just a healthier option, and we've been able to make the switch and really enjoy it. They have so many different types of noodles, so we never get bored with them. We have a whole selection. We have I think like 1 of each box in there because we just love mixing it up. So Banza has been a huge staple, and there are times where we even just like split the box between the 2 of us, and it's a 10 Smart Point serving, and yeah, it's good. So highly recommend Bonza. Okay, so then the next thing is sugar-free applesauce and then Jello and pudding as well, which I don't have any, but these not so much for me. These were more of an item for Adam because he takes these every day for lunch and he really enjoys them. I used to bring them more when I went into work for lunch, but I don't anymore. So he loves these. He loves like the mixed berry, blueberry. They have strawberry, kiwi. Like they have a ton of different flavors and there's 0 smart points, and it's just a good side that he can bring with his lunch instead of always bringing the same thing. So it's easy to mix it up with these. And then the next thing is cheese sticks, and these are the ones we eat the most, the WW ones. We've also found other like light cheese sticks, but these are 1 smart point and these are jalapeno, so that's why I really like them. And I like to have them with those chomps that I showed earlier because they just go so well together. Yeah, I don't know, it's just good to always have snacks on hand, especially like cheese is something that I used to crave all the time. So when I'm craving cheese, I don't have to go in there and just like start eating pieces of cheese like I would before, eat like out of the shredded cheese bag. Like I can grab one of these with something else and it actually satisfies my craving for cheese. It's really good and it's only 1 smart point. So these are awesome. These are kind of hard to find sometimes, but like I said, there's other brands that have low smart cheese sticks. It's just a really good snack to have. So the next thing, and this is something again that was more in the beginning of our journey, we've kind of not made it as much anymore, and it's just some things we got a little burned out of. We were having it like every single week, so that's just why we have it, but still have it every once in a while, and it is so good, such a low point option. So these are just corn tortillas, and I like to get the like street taco ones, but they also have just the regular size. These are a really good low point snack if you make your own chips out of them. So I usually just take this and quarter it, and then I lay them out on a paper towel, spray them with a little bit of olive oil, I put some salt on them, and then I throw them in the air fryer. They make the best tortilla chips, and I love to make them with homemade pico de gallo, but in the beginning we would make them all the time with nachos, or like I said, the pico de gallo, or just any of the dips we had. We were just making air fried tortilla chips all the time, and like I said, we kind of got burned out, but so good. And usually we'd make like a 5 smart point serving, which was like 3 regular sized corn tortillas, so you can have a good amount. So that's one of my favorites. And the next one, this is the one item I don't have with us because we ate them all, and that is ice cream bars. And so we're out of them, but we really have been enjoying, and I'll put some on the screen, the Enlightened or the WW ice cream bars. And so usually those range anywhere from like 2 to 5 smart points, and they are so good. They're just a lower point option. The WW ones, we've had like the fudge ones, and I want to say they're 2 smart points. We also like the healthy choice ones. We've gotten those from Sam's Club. In the beginning, we mainly ate the Dairy Queen fudge bars because those were only 2 smart points, but then we haven't been able to find them near us recently. I used to be able to just like walk in and they have like a cooler, but they haven't had those. But anyway, having the ice cream bars in the freezer has been such a help for us because honestly, if we get ice cream, it like destroys our stomachs now, and we just like can't even really handle it like we used to be able to. So when we crave ice cream, it's so nice to have those bars. They don't make us feel sick. They totally satisfy the craving. I get a salted caramel one that is so good, and it's like 3 smart points, and it doesn't make me feel bad. I have it after I eat dinner a lot of times, like right away I want something sweet and I'll just have it then. And yeah, those have just become a staple. It's just ice cream bars that are lower point, and like I said, I'll show you guys some options. And then going along with that, and the next item is another sweet that I love, and the brand is Smart Sweets. So these are like the Sour Patch Kids, the peach rings, which are my favorite, and also they have like a Swedish fish, which I don't have with me because I ate them all. But these are all 3 smart points for a bag. There's 3 grams of sugar in there, and they're just a perfect option. Instead of having like gummy or chewy candy, it is way less sugar, just a way better alternative, and they are a little bit on the pricey side. I want to say it's like $2 to $3 a bag when you buy them in stores. A lot of times they'll be at like the Target checkout or something, but I don't know. I highly recommend them. I do not eat them every day. It's just every once in a while I'll have them when I'm really craving something gummy, but huge help because I was eating so much candy before we started our WW journey, and I still craved it, and so this has really helped. So this is a WW product, and we got these right away in the beginning. We were super excited because we just wanted to order WW products, and we started WW to test them out, and just, yeah. So we got these right away, and my favorite is actually the caramel, but we don't have them, of course. But this is the chocolate pretzel and then the peanut butter pie. Both of these are only 2 smart points each, and it's pretty much just like a small candy bar. It's kind of similar to like a Bear Bowl, like it's like almost more of like a protein bar taste, but a good snack for 2 smart points. I used to eat a caramel one every day after dinner in the beginning of my journey. We really enjoy these, so. And the next thing is chicken sausage. And I just have one brand from just the Trader Joe's right now, but there are so many different brands we've tried, and all of them have just been so good. And I'm not a huge like fan of regular sausage, honestly, and chicken sausage makes me feel better. It tastes better. I just prefer it, honestly. So finding different flavors, and there's always so many different options. Like with chicken sausage, they make so many different kinds. The roasted garlic is really good to have with eggs for breakfast or with like pasta for dinner. But we've had like buffalo chicken sausages, we've had spicy jalapeno, spinach, garlic, like so many different flavors, maple syrup and chicken and apple sausage, like so many different ones. And they're always usually like 2, 3, or 4 smart points, which is so much lower than a regular like hot dog or sausage. And it's just a really good alternative. So we got these right in the beginning of our journey, and we've been buying them since. Like I said, anywhere though, any store has them. We've gotten them from Aldi, Meijer, Target, Jewel, like everywhere. They're good. Highly recommend you try some chicken sausage. Okay, so I love these Quest chips. My favorite are actually the taco, but then I really like the spicy sweet chili as well. It's 3 smart points for the bag, but what I like about these is that they have 19 grams of protein. So these fill me up more than like a regular chip. They're not greasy and they're flavorful. And I just like to have them, honestly, like after even I work out or something, or if I get back from skating. These with like some jerky or something like that is such a good snack. Or I like to have these with my lunch as well, like when I have a wrap. But for 3 smart points, it's not bad. They are on the pricier side again, but for me, it's worth it because of the protein that they have in them and how much they really do keep me full. Then the next thing, these English muffins, and these are the multigrain 100-calorie ones. These are only 3 smart points each, and I love these as just like a simple breakfast with eggs. They make the best breakfast sandwiches. You can throw them in the air fryer and it crisps them up nice if you like spray them with a little bit of butter spray or like olive oil spray. Or I like to get, sometimes they have like the flavored ones, so I do like the blueberry, which is like 4 smart points for one. I just spray them with a little bit of olive oil spray, throw them in the air fryer, and then I pretty much just eat that with like a side of fruit, and it's just an easy, super quick breakfast. So these have just been a staple. We like to even make like English muffin pizzas out of them. Like you can make breakfast, lunch, and dinner with these. And for 3 smart points for like 1 bread item is not bad for WW. Next is whipped cream, and this is the fat-free. Sometimes there's like a light one that we'll get that's like a point. This one's 0 points for the serving we have. But in the beginning, we found a Hershey's chocolate one, and there was a Reese's peanut butter one, which wasn't as good, but the chocolate one was so good, and we haven't been able to find it since. And it was like 1 smart point for a serving. We're sad about that still, but anyway, since then we've been buying this kind, and this is just 0 smart points, and I just love using this for like different desserts that I like to make. I've made us like mini chocolate cream pies. If we have like a dessert angel food cake with fruit on it, we love some whipped cream, or sometimes I just make like a fruit salad out of it, or pancakes. Like we use this all the time. So this is something we just always have in our fridge, and it's like a good extra sweet thing we can add. So yeah, this is something that we just always have in our fridge, and we use it all the time for a sweet snack. Then PB2, which this has become a staple because right in the beginning we started making these banana pancakes, and it used PB2, and they are so good. I'll link the recipe down below. They are one of our most made recipes that we have made on our journey, but uses PB2, and so that's what we use this mostly for. I also like to use it if I'm making smoothies sometimes. Adam will just mix it with water and put it on his English muffins, or like if he makes like Kodiak waffles in the morning, he really enjoys it. So this is just such a lower point option to get the taste of peanut butter. It's not as sweet, it tastes more like peanut than peanut butter, but it is a really good option for if you like peanut butter. And the PB2 is 1 smart point for 2 tablespoons. Then the last item is reduced fat shredded cheese, and I actually don't even have the best one out. That's the Trader Joe's mozzarella, but these are 2 options. This is from Meijer, this is from Trader Joe's. 2 smart points for the serving for each of these. The mozzarella from Trader Joe's is actually 1 smart point for the serving, but has just helped me so much to make so many different meals, because first of all, it's helped me to learn about serving sizes with cheese, because I always weigh out shredded cheese now, and I have an idea of what a proper serving is because of that. But also just a lower point cheese option is just huge for us, because regular cheese, like I said, it kind of messes us up a little bit more than it used to before, and so this is a little bit easier on our stomachs, but it's just also helped me be able to create lower smart point meals. I like to put it in bowls, I like to put it on wraps, we use it for our pizza, we use it for so many different things. So shredded light cheese has been a huge staple in our WW journey that's allowed us to keep eating cheese, but for lower points. That wraps up everything. I don't know, is there anything that we missed? That was a lot.
That was a lot.
But those are the items that we buy like every time we go to the store, or if we don't have them, we're stocking up on them. But yeah, it's made it so much easier to find these items that, like I said, we knew the points. He didn't even actually have to help me this time. Usually he's here scanning stuff for grocery hauls, but we knew the points to everything because we have tracked it so many times. We've used these ingredients so much, and it just helped so much on our weight loss journey. So I really hope you guys found some good ideas, and this will help you, especially if you're just starting out with WW. I know how much it helped us to find these new products right away, and then they became staples. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.